I want you to watch me like I'm Kim Kardashian. I want you to know every bit of my life because right now I think I have like 40,000 people that are watching me on my Facebook stories every day. And I get a lot of my leads from just being real. I would watch bigger people to see what they were doing to attract. And I learned that being real and raw and uncut, almost like a no filter version of yourself, is more relatable in today's society. So I started showing up not aesthetically pleasing. I started to show up like when I would literally wake up in the morning with hot dragon breath, I'm recording. I'm recording the chaos in the background because I'm a busy mom of 3. So I'm trying to attract other busy moms. So most of us are not aesthetically pleasing. Most of our houses are in pure chaos. So I realized the more truthful I became to myself in the public, the more people would relate to me. At first, I was shielding my tattoos. I was shielding my nails, shielding my hair, shielding all of the things. And I realized I wasn't being me, and that was affecting my business. I just started showing up more authentically. And 9 times out of 10, someone's going to relate to me in some way, whether it's kids, house, sports, music, husband, playing video games, dogs. You know, I try to just be as relatable as I possibly can.
So, because you talk about so many different things, do you do that on every platform? Or do you say, hey, this platform, I'm going to be very niche. This platform, I'm going to be, more behind the scenes. Like, what is your mindset in regards to the different platforms? Because I think I've heard you talk about this before.
So I treat each platform differently because each platform is different. Facebook for me is more family, friends, old high school buddies, old managers, people that like know me in actual real life. But then also I have like 80 other 1,000 people that don't know me from a can of paint. So I treat Facebook as business. I try to show up and be politically correct. I try to kind of not tame down the wild Kayla, but try to add that professional little hint to it, but also give them a splash, like, a little extra sometimes. Instagram, I'm more niche based because I found out with Instagram, it's niched for Instagram.
Yeah.
So I will focus more on health, body, business, college, and things that help me out. So I use Instagram as a tool to give advice that worked for me and then run with it. And most of my viral videos now are on Instagram. I gained about 24,000 followers in 90 days by just sticking to my niche, but not being commission breath. More or less being that friend giving you advice that either you're going to take or you're not going to take. I lost a commission breath and wanted to kind of gain their trust. TikTok, I am a loose cannon. You don't know what you're going to get on TikTok because TikTok is its own beast in itself to where you have to stand out on TikTok. You have to be different and unique, because there's so many unique people on TikTok. So if you think being perfect on TikTok works, have fun with it. For me, I'm like the Tasmanian devil. You have no idea, but it also keeps people on their toes and allows them to say, hey, you can still be you and still gain a following. I think a lot of people get nervous to be their most authentic self because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or lose people, but you can treat each platform differently. It's like raising kids. You all love them the same, but you talk to each children different. You have sensitive kids, you got the kids that are stubborn, So I do them all differently, but I will post one piece of content that is the same for every platform. So it'll be one video that you're going to see at least once, because let's be honest, if you're posting on 3 platforms the same thing, how can you encourage people to follow you if they know they're going to already see it on one platform? Yeah. So for me, I want you to follow me on all 3 in case TikTok goes away or in case Instagram goes away. Be prepared for the rainy day. Never put all your eggs in one basket, but also give your audience different versions of yourself because we're not the same person every day. It's like you have the foundation of who you are, but you may be a little spicy today because someone said this doesn't work, or you may want to educate somebody properly. I've learned that just treating them all the same, but yet differently at the same time really works, and it encourages them to follow you on all platforms. So for short videos, I really love them. Short, sweet, to the point. You literally have 5 to 10 seconds to keep that person engaged in that video. If it's too long, you're dragging it out, they're already scrolling up to the 5th video. So I like to make sure that I have an eye-captivating caption the first thing you see on my video so you know what you're going to get out of this video. So it's going to automatically almost hook you in because, hey, I want to know how she's tighting and toning her skin after 3 kids. I'm tuned in. Or how's she going from welfare to winning? I want to know. I'm in welfare. I want to know. So when you have a caption, it's automatically letting them know a little sneak peek of what you're getting ready to jump into. And I do that on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, every platform has an eye-captivating caption.
And how much are you posting like per week on each one? Do you have like
so
formula?
every single day is 3 reels on Instagram and Facebook. I have them linked. Every single day I am posting at least 1 to 2 pieces of content on my main page. So like a Facebook post or like a carousel. Carousels really are thriving on Instagram. I also for TikTok is about 2 videos a day, sometimes 3 depending on my time. And TikTok stories are like Facebook. I want you to watch me like I'm Kim Kardashian. I want you to know every bit of my life because I want to give you something to watch. Yeah. I want you to think, hey, this is a TV show. What are we going to get to episode 544? Right now, I think I have like 40,000 people that are watching me on my Facebook stories every day. And I get a lot of my leads from just being real, where people are asking about business and product and I'm not even talking about it. You know, so I find out for me, what works is posting no less than 15 stories a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You can at least post 15 times.
I guess my question for you is, how do you keep track of all that, right? Do you have like a formula? Do you have like, you know, or is it just now it's just so easy because you've been doing it a while? What does that look like?
It has just become the norm for me. Like I wake up and I'm like you, I'm excited to look at my phone to see who has messaged me, 9 hours ago. So it's just become the norm because I've been doing it every single day, no days off to where I don't have to remind myself. But for a new person, I would write Post-it notes and I would literally have a schedule. So like 9 a.m. would be post on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and so on and so forth. And I would have a schedule and stick to it or use a tracker. That tracker helped me kind of embed it into my head on what needs to be done for the day. Like for you, you have to go live. Like we don't have to remind John Melton to go live or Ashley or Michelle Churchill. It's just they are going to do so. But at first I used a tracker to track my movements because I wanted to be productive and not busy. For so many years, I was busy and I lost a lot of money being busy. And then when I got productive and started knowing exactly what time and when I was doing things, cash flow started just flowing into now. It's the norm for me. It is the norm. I started just recording random videos of myself throughout the day and just literally dumping them into my stories. And I found out that most people love when you make mistakes, when you're not trying to be perfect Patty. And for me, I was very much insecure when I started because I was over 305 pounds. Like I did not like the idea of live, but I realized you have a choice. You can do the hard things and win or do the hard things and stay stuck. So you kind of have to weigh out which one would you rather be and just jump in and lead from the front. Because what you do, your team will do. You could go live and really and really make a lot of money because I've done that. But I wanted to show people who were scared of showing their face on a camera, who are scared of just, willy-nilly just getting on front of the live video that you can do it, but it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So there's ways, there's different pros and cons, but for me who was scared, it's just showing up.
You just have to get over that fear by pre-recording a video and just putting it in your stories. Or doing a reel, just so it's like some people will say, I don't want to do lives, but it's like, at least do something. Don't just say, oh, I can't do live, so I can't do anything. You don't want to do live? Okay, let's pre-record a video, upload into your stories. You don't even have to, you just upload it, don't even watch it. I think that's not only a great tip to get started, but I think it's also great because you can repurpose.
What I tell my teammates who are new, interview someone. So you have someone to talk to, because a lot of people look at that little red number and see that there's nobody watching, and you can read it on their face and then they just shut down and want to turn it off. So I tell my teammates, interview a fellow teammate so it's you and them. And if people hop on, that's bonus.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps them kind of ease their way when they kind of have someone else to talk to versus blank screen, because that number can be a very scary thing. And I even tell them sometimes put a post-it note over where you can't see that number, because don't focus on it. People are going to catch you on the replay on Facebook. That's why we love Facebook. You can't catch me now, you can see me later. TikTok and Instagram, you want to make sure you're drawing them in that first minute to keep them hooked and on, you know? So don't focus on the number, interview a friend, interview a fellow Modere teammate, but just get out there and try the live. If you don't like the live, do the stories, pre-record them, download Snapchat, put on a 10-second timer, make 6 videos in 1 minute. That's 6 pieces of content for you throughout the day that you could use for stories and reels or short video form. You know, I feel like my life is boring and people think that it's not. I'm like, nothing too crazy about me, you know, but I share things that I'm comfortable with in my life that seem fun to certain people. Allow people to see you fail. Allow people to see the bad things that are going on, and stop trying to just show off this perfect life, this perfect business. If you're struggling in business and you're not making the money, talk about it. Talk about why you are going to go 10x for these next couple of months. For me, I would speak things into an existence just to prove to myself and to the people that you can do it. And I think a lot of us have to change our mindset on how we're controlling our current situation and allow the imperfections to seep through. Too many of us think we have to know all about the products, all about the business. And a lot of us aren't sharing the opportunity because we're not making the money. But that's why you're not making the money. You're not sharing the opportunity. You're being selfish, right? So share things, do the things, and allow people in. And the more you become real, raw in your stories, I can guarantee you're going to get more followers, more leads, and more people that are going to trust you.
You just got to get over that analysis paralysis. The way I do it is different than the way Kay does it, and it's different the way the next person's going to do it, but it's working for all of us just in our own way.